Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I thought I'd start a little earlier before the timer ran out. Yeah, welcome. Today we're going to be playing the Ratline. It just came out literally a few hours ago. We played this game, we played the Ratline, the demo for it about a few weeks ago, and I was quite enamored by it because of its similarities to The Root Trees Are Dead. Basically, the premise of this game is that we're a detective in the 1970s, and we're hunting down, or we've been tasked to hunt down Nazi fugitives who escaped Germany and are living basically fake lives in other countries. So I just poked into the game, just like Esoteric Ebb. Our save data is still there, so we can actually continue. We don't have to play through the first 3 chapters. We can go straight into chapter 4. So we don't have to replay the first 3 chapters from the demo, basically. So, yeah. Let's get started here. Also, word of warning, not related to the game. There might be some noises from, again, they're doing construction in an adjacent apartment, and I think it's a downstairs one. And so you might hear some drilling, some banging, some weird... I've been hearing some noises all morning, and I don't know what kind of tools they're using. But and unfortunately, this mic that I have, it's not one of those dynamic mics, so it picks up everything. So, but hopefully it won't. I'm hoping it won't affect the quality of the stream here. Okay, time to get my brain working. I woke up quite late today. All right, let's continue. Day of the Cobra. Oh, it's starting to snow. Okay, it's been a while since I've played. Look around here. Okay, so that's our library. How do I close this thing? Oh, there we go. Transcripts. How do I have these? Oh, I think these are from previous chapters. Oh, gotta pet the dog. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna get rid of these. I think those were pinned from previous chapters. I can't read that. It's too... Okay, so here's our mission. Mr. Perlman, we are searching for 2 individuals. The Cobra, the secretive leader of the Chilean secret police, and the Viking, his key lieutenant. We need their real names from before the war, not who they are now. We have surveillance photos from 4 locations: Valdemol, Piedra Loma, Porto Culeco, and Santa Corvina, if I'm pronouncing that right. Unfortunately, the photos are poorly labeled. However, we believe the Cobra and the Viking appear in these images. Additional intelligence. The Cobra operates several local businesses in addition to his official duties. He's reportedly very hands-on, personally overseeing every detail of these operations. This may help identify him. Okay, so we're dealing with a prolific business owner. And we have a few images. It said, yeah, these 4 locations. So I guess each of these images refers to that. Now they did say, because there's 2 individuals here. Oh, just I can click that. Let me see if I can just match up. So Valdemol. I don't know which picture is which, unfortunately. So this looks like some sort of gated mansion and 2 men in front. A fish truck? Some sort of cottage. This guy's reading a newspaper. This guy has a eye patch. Okay. And then over here, La Vide en Cannes something. Maybe some sort of winery. I see a grape sign in front. A guy he has a crutch and is talking with another guy. And then this final picture, an alleyway. Santa Corvina versus... Okay, here's an actual possible clue. There's Piedra Loma. So this might be the Piedra Loma... Nope, it could be the Santa Corvina one too. So this one... Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm starting to see some deduction here. So we can probably conclude that this picture is either Santa Corvina or Piedra Loma, because it's those two opposing football teams. But also look at their jersey. One is fish and the other is mountain. So Santa Corvina is fish, Piedra Loma is mountain. Actually, maybe we can't conclude. This could be one of the other locations. But it does provide information about perhaps this one, this fish one. But again, this could mean that they're shipping. This might not be Santa Corvina. It could be this truck. This truck is from Santa Corvina, and they're shipping fish from there. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, the newspaper. He's reading the Condor. I don't know if that's a clue. And the mansion doesn't have any textual clues. And this one has just the wine. Okay, so we're kinda... This one's already difficult off the bat. Can I look up the Condor? Tromsø Bridge article. What is this? Oh. The Condor. Chile's Scandinavian population remembers the horrors of war. Santiago, Chile. The director of the South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance led a solemn remembrance ceremony yesterday honoring those killed in the Tromsø Bridge Massacre of 1941. So, Tromsø, I actually learned this, there's a recent Map Men episode on YouTube, if you know those two. They're like geography nerds, basically. They were playing GeoGuessr, and one of the locations that they kind of missed, because it's not a well-known city, is the city of Tromsø. It's not in the southern part of Scandinavia. I think it's the north part of Norway. It's one of the three countries. It's not Sweden, I'm pretty sure. Probably I think it was Norway. Because Finland's the one closest to Russia. So Tromsø, Norway. The event marked the anniversary of a failed resistance operation during the Nazi occupation of Norway. Okay, I should just get reading. On March 11th, 1941, local fighters planned to sabotage a bridge east of Tromsø near Setermoen along the Bardu River. Before the attack could be carried out, their position was ambushed by a German panzer division. It is widely believed that the mission was compromised by a single act of betrayal, though the identity of the informant was never formally confirmed. Among the fallen was Andreas Oberg, a noted surgeon and husband of Celia Hansen Oberg, who gave a reading at the service. This was an act of bravery, rebellion, and patriotism, Hansen Oberg said. It was undone by the cowardice of one person, setting back Norway's resistance and costing the lives of family members, brothers, and husbands. We can never forget. Yeah, for a moment I thought this was actually in defending the Nazis, but no, it is a resistance operation that got upended by a traitor, it seems like. The service concluded with prayers and a candle-lighting ceremony held at La Catedral de Espiritu Andino. Also recalling, I wonder if that has anything to do, because in the very intro of this game, and it was kind of the premise of the title of the game, some priest in Italy, I believe, was murdered, and the words "the Ratline" was scrawled in blood, I think, or something on the wall. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the video again. So this also happened in the service happened in a cathedral here. Okay, Hansen Oberg and Andreas Oberg. Actually, I'm gonna do this just to help me a little bit here. Let's see. Oh, that's not ESTS. Let me see if I can. Let's not do that. There we go. Real-time typing. So notes. I'm going to just keep in. So Hansen. Nope. What's the guy? Andreas Oberg. And then there's his the wife, Celia Hansen Oberg. So those are two people of interest. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Oh, that's not really easy to read, is it? Also, maybe we'll make it a little bit smaller here. It's a bit overwhelming. Or maybe I should put it... I could also put it in the corner up here. Yeah, I feel like this might be better. Let's put it in the top right corner. I think it does clash with the alerts here, but, you know, I barely get any alerts anyway. Okay, so these two... If I search up Oberg... Doesn't seem to return anything. Hansen? Oberg? Okay, no. So... what can we get from this? Also, we have a whole bunch of articles from... the thing I've noticed in this game is you need to go back to... there's a lot of references back to previous cases, like those symbols we saw. So that's the Rolodex, that's my telephone. How do I get my previous files? I seem to have lost my controls again. Controls, using documents, finding information. Ah, here we go. So all of this evidence is... this is all from the previous 3 cases, so we can refer to them. Like, for example, the... oh, which one was it? It's been a while. Yeah, this one here. So these symbols we saw in 2 of the cases. These seem to refer to where there was basically an escape network for Nazis, and these refer to locations that they got shipped off to. So can't remember. You can see them, the same ones here. This triangle we found out was actually the same as this one, but just the boxes flipped around. And then there's also a map. Which I am trying to... Siegfried shipping routes. And then you can see some of them here. So circle is Trieste, Pentagon is New Jersey, and these 3 are one of the... they're either square, triangle, or something else. They're redacted from this particular map. So I think this will definitely come up later. Because that's one of the things that I noticed that was prevalent through a lot of these cases. At least with the ones that we played through the demo. Okay, so we did... I'd also noticed the hint counter went down, so that doesn't indicate that we did find something here of the Condor. But... oh. Lavid in Cannes. Is that a business we can talk to? Vid in Can. Let's look it up here. La Vid Encantada. Aha. Oh, I gotta manually... I think there's an auto dial option in the game if you go into settings, but I like pushing the buttons here. 154879. Hello? La Vid Encanta, the finest wines in Chile. Juan speaking. How can I help? Tell me about your store. We are a family-run wine shop nestled in the Val de Mol. Okay, Val de Mol. That's an area in Chile famous for its vineyards. You sound American. Have you visited? I have not. Our town is tiny. 2 stores, one run by me, one by my cousin. Only 500 people live here because it's so remote. However, we are proud to stock wines from all the key vineyards. 2 stores in Val de Mol? Okay. Tell me about the area. It is a truly stunning valley in which nestles some of the most renowned vineyards in all of Chile. You know, very recently a famous travel writer wrote about us for his newspaper. Ah, can look that up. Oh yes? We sent him around the Norwegian's vineyard. The Norwegian's vineyard. The one with all the feral roosters and cockerels. A lovely man. Very drunk. Okay, so we're dealing... Again, Norway again. So we're dealing with someone... I'm not sure if... At least one of them is from Norway. I'm not sure if it's both of them. Sounds like a dream. I'll send you a photo I took of him. Ah. Are there any less desirable aspects of the town? Like many towns, we are blighted by the presence of the secret police. In this case, outside the store, which seems a de facto headquarters. You have had run-ins with them? I have been fortunate enough to avoid their gaze. However, my cousin who runs the grocery store was a student activist before the coup. He was not so lucky. He still bears the scars. Yep, so we're again, we're in the 70s. Chile had a coup. Actually, no, I play a lot of Twilight Struggle, which is a board game about the Cold War. So I sort of learned about that a little bit. Chile was about to go kind of aligned with the Soviet Union. They actually democratically elected a socialist government. And it was headed by a guy named Allende. I'm trying to remember when that coup was. Look it up here. So yeah, it happened in... I'm not sure which year we're in. I think it said the 70s, but it could be late 70s. But yeah, the 1973 Chilean coup d'etat was when that happened. And then we have this dictatorship that's now in place in Chile. I'm sorry to hear that. You should talk to him. He's the only other shop in town. You are close with your cousin? You know, we share an area code, but otherwise we are very different people. Okay, so, let's look up our notes again here. So, we're gonna add Oberg. What do we got here? So, from Val de Mol, I'm probably misspelling this. Oh, did he say what his... I guess I'll read the transcript. Many thanks. I'll call again if I need you. You're more than welcome. New evidence revealed. Okay. So, okay, he didn't give us his last name, but there we have Juan. Juan's cousin, same area code. Same area code. Okay, maybe I should move these notes somewhere else. Let's do this for now. So, yeah, I'll put them in the corner here. That's probably going to work. So, same area code. We can talk to his cousin. And we've established... Oh, we have pictures. So we've established this They're in This is from Valdemol. I wish there was a way to like annotate these pictures, but guess not. And this is the picture. Wait a minute. Oh, interesting. Interesting. There's the guy with the eye patch again. Is this guy also in one of the other pictures? Let's take a look here. So, is that the same guy? It's a slightly different colored suit. I guess people could have different suits. Not any of these two. Yeah, okay, that guy matches. Ah, and then you also see that this guy's wearing a mountain shirt, which has some connection with Piedra Loma. Okay, not sure what the significance of it. So, he said that the transcript, this guy is from Norway, right? Like, let me read the transcript again. We sent him around the Norwegians. Oh, no. Okay, so this is the famous travel writer. And so the Norwegian must be, I guess, just to be, like, you know, still not conclude anything. It must be one of these two people. Oh, hi, I'll skip games. Thanks for coming by. Who knows? Maybe Pierre Trudeau. Yeah, as a Canadian, I did see. I did find it funny that he showed up in one of the previous chapters. I like the whole thing about the whole Canadian Dental Association. I wonder what the actual Canadian Dental Association would think about this if they knew about this game. Okay, so that's a travel writer. They didn't give a name for the travel writer, did they? Yeah, it just says famous travel writer. I send you a photo. Huh. You'd think that if it's a famous travel writer, you'd name them, but nope. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Flipping. Oh, I forget about flipping the photos. Okay. Thanks for a tip. Dear Juan, killed it, cooked it, got the name for the article. Thanks for setting me up with the visit. Best. Oh, great. Initials. BU. BU. That could be any name. One. Okay. BU. I'm going to add that to my notes, so I don't forget. BU? Question mark? To figure out some way of putting... Unfortunately, white text doesn't work that well because I have articles in the way. Okay, Juan's cousin. Let's try it. Let's look up this. Juan's cousin. He said that we had the same area code. So let's see if I can find that. So when we looked up La Vida Encantada, it was an area code of 234. So let's poke around here. 234. Nope. Nope. Oh, there's a 60. 234. I have a feeling it might be on the last. It's in the end to Z section. Okay, and then K M. Is it like Z? Y234. Nope. It's gotta be like the only other. Where is it? T? S. Whoa, there it is. Oh, here we go. Quesos del Val. Queso? Okay. Let's call this one 234 641 132. Oh. Quesos del Val. David speaking. David. Hello, my name is Perlman. I just spoke to your cousin at the wine store. Ah, yes, how can I help? Tell me about your store. We're just a humble grocery store. We sell cheese, vegetables, local pork, food grown in the region. How long have you been running it? I took it over from my father and mother 4 years ago. Is that a fact that might come up here? Okay, it might be worth noting. Your cousin mentioned he had some trouble with the security services? I did, but I don't think I should talk about it. They could be listening in right now. David, I'm investigating the Cobra. We want to catch him. You are? You know, I've met him. You've met him. I write for Libération Nationale, the socialist newspaper. We look into governmental corruption. We also write about important arts and cultural events to keep our readers up to date. I'm actually a little confused. Did Chile have another coup before 1973? Because usually when a coup happens, these sort of left, especially after the 1973 one, usually there's a tremendous suppression of left-wing papers. Unless this is like an underground paper. You're arrested? I was walking to my house when I was picked up and put into a large van. What kind of van? Okay, so they... I guess he just got caught, I guess. White, very cold, maybe a butcher's truck or something like that. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina that deliver catch to local restaurants. Ah, we seen that. Okay, we seen that van in the photo. From Santa Corvina. What happened then? I was taken to a large brick building. I couldn't see much, but it stank of fish guts. So it might have been a tinning factory. Large brick building. You were taken for interrogation? Yes. I was put in a chair. 2 guards asked me questions, first calmly, then applying blows. Every so often they would stop and speak quietly to a 3rd man. The Cobra. I believe so. He was obviously very senior. He was at his desk, just writing. I couldn't get a clear look at him, but I had my pinhole camera and managed to get a photo. I can see that? Can I see that? You can, though it's far from perfect. I only heard him say one thing. Take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita his bonus. Chiquita might be one of his bodyguards. I assumed this was one of his informants. The rat. Okay, yeah, okay. I guess not bodyguard, an informant. The strangest thing was that they did not seem concerned about asking about our work on corruption. Mostly they seemed interested in a small article about the Norwegian Arts Expo. Ah, so they're not caring about, they're mainly caring about covering their tracks so they don't get discovered. Arts Expo. Why do you think? They were very angry. They kept saying, "Do you know what you have done?" Did you? I did not. One of them, a short brute of a man, stepped forward. He was shouting, holding the printed article. He said, "You mean to betray the Cobra? You know his name." In an article about Norwegian culture. I was completely bemused. I asked him how, and frankly, And frankly, I should have saved my breath. They started beating me very hard. I thought I was going to die. How come they let you go? Honestly, it was my level of confusion. In the end, the man at the desk whispered a few words and I was thrown back into a van and deposited the same corner they had picked me up from. Okay, so that's a lot of information right there. Ah, and we have a picture of his legs. Okay. That's, I feel like this might become important later. He's holding a pen. He's left-handed. Hold on. That seems important. Left-handed. Oh, God. I'm gonna run out of space for notes here. Maybe I should just not print them on screen here. Let's see. The Cobra. Question mark. Left-handed. Has legs. I guess. I gotta find a good spot for this. Okay, I might start removing some notes because I'm not sure if any of these are actually the cousin we just talked to, so I can get rid of that. So let's get rid of this. Still don't know who BU is. But yeah, there's an article that David published. It was Le Libération Nationale. So let's see if we look up that one. Libération Nationale letter. Oh, all the stuff here. Exposition. When was this? 1971. Oh, okay. So the date of this is before the 1973 coup. So what? Was there another coup? Chile coup 1970... 1973. Okay, so this was actually... Allende, 1971. Allende was president. He was president of Chile from 1970 until his death in 1973. So this was actually, this article was written when Allende was in power. But he was Democratic. There was no coup before this, right? Okay. I'm getting a little confused by the timeline here, but... Exposition of Norwegian arts set to arrive in Santiago. A delegation of Norwegian artists are set to arrive in Santiago to display the best of Scandinavian art, theater, music, and dance. The musical program spans both classical and contemporary works, featuring pieces such as The Ice Harp by Leon, Concerto for Casper by Hansen Oberg. Oh, there's her name there. And The Haunting Songs from the Fjord by Eichland. Also included is the minimal suite There 3 Still Winters by Nygaard, performed by a mixed ensemble of Norwegian and Chilean musicians. All 4 pieces are considered examples of Norwegian style of skjold, hidden music. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. The week-long celebration is part of an ongoing cultural exchange supported by the Norwegian Ministry of Culture and Municipality of Santiago, aiming to deepen artistic connections between Norway and Latin America. It also commemorates the 30th anniversary, I think there's a typo there, commemorates the 30th anniversary of the Tromsø Bridge Massacre, in which 250 Norwegian resistance fighters were routed by Nazi forces. Fire. Oh, there's another article there. Fires break out in major Valaplano towns. Investigations continue into the large blazes in Yamatambo and Kiro last month. Witnesses say the blazes erupted overnight, destroying several public buildings. Unconfirmed reports suggest mercenary Chilean forces may have set fire to voting booths on the eve of the national election amid fears of a major defeat at the polls. This is a developing story. Huh. Okay. I think these works here might be something we need to look up. Again, Hansen Oberg. So, Hansen Oberg was Celia. That's the wife. She wrote Concerto for Casper. Concerto for Casper. Is that something I can look up? Concerto. Aha. Concerto for Casper. For When You Broke My Heart. Huh. It's also just... Why is it ripped here? Also, it's a very strange... I actually know how to read musical notation. It goes... I'm not sure how this sounds, but there's a bunch of rest at the end, which is a little... I guess maybe that's to indicate grief and stuff. 1966 she wrote this. What's the significance of this? Can we search up the other ones here? The Ice Harp Songs of Fear. I'm just gonna look. Ice Harp. Ice Harp? No. So I think these other ones might be just red herrings. How do I put this together? So, this picture, I'm gonna pin this one as well. So we got these two articles. Andreas Oberg. Let's look at our notes here again. So let's get rid of Andreas Oberg. I don't know if he's... Hansen Oberg. Concerto for Casper. 1966. It's written for Casper. Andreas Oberg... Unless Casper was like a nickname for her husband. I don't think so. It could be... Oh. Casper could be either the Cobra or the Viking. Could be their one of their real names. Valdemar B.U. Okay. So there's definitely some sort of location game going on. Actually, let's do this as well. I'm gonna move this thing up here. Let's match up the locations. So, we have Santa Corvina equals fish. Piedra Loma equals mountain. Piedra... I gotta make sure I spelled this right. Piedra Loma. And I assume the other ones have symbols as well. We got Valdemol, which I don't think we know the symbol for that one. And we have Porto Uleco. We don't know what that one is. Okay, that's good for now. Appear in these images. Cobra. Ah, I see. Okay, I already see. I see something already. There's mountains in the background of this picture, which gives me... Probably it's okay to deduce that this is... This would be Piedra Loma. Okay, so this is Piedra Loma. Now this one, again, we can't conclude that this is Santa Corvina necessarily, because this truck could be coming from elsewhere. So yeah, I don't know I can conclude anything from that. And then, yeah, we know this is from Val de Mol. Because that's where the location of that business is. And I don't know, there's not much you can discern from the alleyway other than that poster there. Huh. Also, yeah, maybe checking for flipping photos here. I don't think any of these... Yeah, this was the only one that you could flip. BU. BU. That's something I can look up in the Rolodex. BU. No, these are mostly business names on my Rolodex. The travel writer for his newspaper, which newspaper? I have no idea. Not the Condor. It has to be some other newspaper, I'd imagine. BU. Killed it, cooked it, got the name for the article. The name of the article. Name of the article. What? Yeah, this one I'm kinda stumped as to what this is referring to. I'll put that aside for now. Okay, let's look at this. So we looked up the Libération Nationale article. Take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita his bonus. I don't think Chiquita would appear in here, right? No. Let's look up this article again. Ice Harp, Charter for Casper, and the Haunting Songs for the Fjord from the Fjord by Eichland. Just in case, I'll just look up these other titles here. So the Ice Harp we already tried. Song Fjord. Nope. Let's see. 3 Still Winters. Nope. Eichland? Nope. Nygaard. Oops. Nope. Okay. Guild. I don't know if that's something... Ah! Skilled. Chapter 6... Advanced Harmony Techniques, Chapter 16, Skilled. Once dismissed as a novelty, particularly by the serialist of the Darmstadt school, Skilled has gained quite quiet admiration in recent years, especially among South American composers. A form of musical cryptography. Cryptography? Oh, they put it's a code in the music. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's cool. Skilled assigns notes to letters, allowing the composers to embed hidden messages within melodic motifs. The challenge lies in crafting phrases that are both musically engaging and textually meaningful. To increase legibility, the letters are mapped by frequency of use in the alphabet. Letters are mapped. What does that mean? The technique is believed to have originated with Norwegian resistance groups in the early 1940s who used concert programs to pass Cobra messages. Oh, that's brilliant. Not sure if it's true, but that's a pretty cool way of doing it. Sometimes detailing ammunition drops or attack plans, about alerting occupying German forces. Today, South American composers have adapted the method as a tool of subtle resistance under authoritarian regimes. Cool. Oh, I see. Is it like in descending frequency order? So, I guess the most frequent letter is E in the alphabet, so it's the lowest. It doesn't, so it's not like the actual scale that goes from like A to G or whatever. It's actually a completely different cipher here. Okay. Let's decode this then. I am curious. So we do have, oh, where'd my evidence go? I think I didn't pin it. Concerto for Casper. Here we go. That. Okay. Let's use the notepad for this as well. So I don't... I'm gonna do this. I'll just add a line at the end here as we slowly decode this. Okay. So that is E. It's double line down there, so E. I might actually have to... Let's make this big. And make this a bit smaller. Or, well, I guess I'll try to fit it all of this in here. E. Okay, first line, that's an I. E, I. I. N. A. Okay, first, what's that one? It's the middle line. That's an R. Einer. Okay, first stanza. I guess the stanzas might... Maybe those are spaces? I'm going to assume that they are. So, Einar. And then S. T. O. What is that? R. Oh, that's a very high M. E, and then finally another R. Einar Stormer. T. R. So R is like T R O. That looks like another M. S. O. Einar Stormer Tromsø. We know where that is. Einar Stormer Tromsø. T. R. A. What is that? That is an I. T. O. R. Traitor. Okay. Einar Stormer, Tromsø Traitor. And that's it. Einar Stormer. That's an interesting name. Okay, so Can I unpin this one? I don't think I need this one anymore. And this one too. I think I can get rid of that. Einar Stormer. Now, who is who though? That's a problem. We haven't even gotten to that part because I don't know who. I don't know if it's the Cobra or the Viking. I haven't even gotten anywhere with that. Okay, so we looked up skilled. Tromso. Is there anything about Tromso in here? Oh, so this... Yeah, we already got that. I do also find it interesting that this article about Valaplano is here. It seems completely unrelated. It could be a red herring, I don't know. It does say this is a developing story. Actually, is there a... There's not a calendar in this room, is there? Not really. So I can't tell what date it is. Okay, so Concerto for Casper, 1966. Casper. Why is it called Casper? Still don't know who BU is. BU. Oh. I can hear the downs. They're doing something. I think they're doing, like, it's not drilling, but it's like that meow noise. I think they were like polishing something, or like maybe drywall or something like that. Maybe a tabletop? There is a license plate number. I don't think I can... It wouldn't be in the library, would it? No, you can't put numbers into here. Is there a... There wouldn't be a phone number to look up cars here, right? Like automobile... It'd be kind of cool if there was such a thing. I don't think... I mean, this would be Chilean... Canadian Dentistry Organization again. Yeah, I don't see any sort of Chilean automobile association or, you know, registry, like a central registry or something like that. Let's read these again. David... Liberation Nationale. Fish Mountain. 2 guards, 3 men. Take the van back to the factory. So the thing is, the van is here, but this doesn't look like a factory. It looks like a house. If there was a factory, it might be actually... This would be more like a factory, I would say. Oh, also, interestingly enough, this guy we can probably eliminate because he has lost a leg. So this guy would definitely not be Cobra. It could be any of these other people though. And then there's this picture here. The whole I gotta figure out this. So we gotta find out who lost an eye and who lost a leg. We need some piece of evidence to establish that. That would definitely definitely narrow it down quite a bit. Cooked it, got the name of the article. Can I call Juan again? He did say we might... You know what, I'm gonna try this. Just in case. 234 154 879. Because we just talked with his cousin, maybe... That's one in Chile, yep. Nope, nothing here. Oh, what? Oh. New evidence. What are you talking about? I already have this evidence. That seems... I think that might have been a bug. Because I already have that evidence. I think it's referring to this photo here. Is there anything I can see on here? No, there's a rooster. Left-handed and has both their legs. They are also wearing overalls. You can see there's little straps there. Does that match anybody here? Not really. They could be wearing that underneath a suit. Actually, both these guys are wearing suits. So that doesn't really help us. What am I missing here? Yeah, again, the famous travel writer. Actually, hold on. Is there a previous newspaper that we read that's like a travel, like a magazine? Hold on. Let me look around these old pieces of evidence. Local bus. Yeah, so that was a bus tour. Dental Association. There's Pierre Trudeau. What a guy. And then this case was a wacky one. I had some trouble last time with this. We still have this. Actually, we still have a code that we haven't solved yet. This letter here, we haven't figured out because there's symbols behind each of these. There's some hidden message here that we don't know anything about. Hoffman Enterprises. Doc photo. Yeah. Hoffman wedding photo. I'm actually starting to think that maybe there isn't anything from before that might help here. Killed it, cooked it, got the name of the article. Oh, is it? Oh, is this the title of the article? Killed it, cooked it? Killed it? Killed. Cooked. No? What are they referring to here? I'm so confused about this thing. This doesn't give me BU. If we look at these photos a little bit more closely, maybe we can find something. So from this part, they do say, we believe the Cobra and the Viking appear in these images, but we don't know who is who. Cobra operates several local businesses, personally overseeing every detail of these operations. This may help identify him. Okay, so this might mean from this photo, we can probably deduce that the Cobra is one of these people, right? I think Juan's interview also said that, yeah, we met the Cobra. So it's one of these people. We don't know who. They both have their legs. Is this guy wearing socks? Hold on. Hold on. Is that something we can... Covert... He is wearing socks there. Let's look at... Oh, and unfortunately in this photo we can't see their feet, so we can't confirm if that guy just doesn't wear socks. Could be this guy. The shoes do look pretty similar. Actually, hold on. Let's look at... Those are black shoes, they're completely different. Uh-huh. Also black shoes. Yeah, I think it is this guy. So let's assume... Let me get his photo here. How do I do this? I have to do this and then select him. Okay, so that's my guess right now. This guy could be the Viking. Maybe. Do we know a BU from before? Does this guy look familiar? BU. Actually, he's wearing a bow tie. Anyone with a bow tie that kind of pops out here? I don't really see one here. Nope, that's a very old... These are very old photos. No, I'm missing something. I am missing something here. When you broke my heart... Also left-handed. Ah, okay. We can also eliminate him because this guy is smoking with his right hand. So I think that further establishes that this guy is the Cobra. Okay. I need more information. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see something. So, yeah, a few minutes ago I was talking about how can I report this driver? Can I look up the license plate for this driver? But there's a number here. It's just, for some reason, the area code is scratched up, but we know the area code of this area. So... let's call this number. So it'd be 234-175. It's a 169, right? Oh, what? Wait a minute. Did I get the right number? I got an achievement for dialing a number and getting no response, so... 175-169. Is that not right? 175-169. Let me double check that. 175-169. Right? Okay, so that kind of tells me, so 234 is the area code... Actually, you know what? Maybe we need to do... let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Celia here. I think we're done with her. Santa Corvina fish. Also, we know the area code... Oh, no, Vilda Mole's area code is 234. Right? Because those are the two... both those two businesses we called. The cousin and Juan and his cousin. They have 234. These other places, they'll probably have different area codes. But how would we find that out? How would we know that? So, let's go back to this. We know that this is Val de Mole. We know that this is Piedra Loma, based on the mountains. So it could either be Santa Corvina or Puerto Caleco. Let's assume, for now, let's make an assumption that this is Santa Corvina, right? Because maybe they're probably resting. They parked the truck here. It's not out for delivery. So what's the area code for Santa Corvina? That's the question. Santa Corvina. It's a fish. I'm going to assume that this calls the company that's here. So it's probably some sort of fish business, right? What did he say? He said... Large van, white, very cold. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina that deliver the catch to local restaurants. And then it might have been some sort of... Oh, tinning factory. Oh. Maybe that is a tinning factory. I don't know. Okay. So, tinning factory. I was taken to a large... Oh no. Large brick building. This is not a brick building, so I think it might be the other one then. Tinning factory. Tinning factory. Let's look around for these. Motors, shoes, cafe. Would it show up here at all? Or maybe does it... I'm gonna look anyway. Lighting Co. Optics Tailors. It's also possible that the name of the company might be something like generic, like Yache Mercantile. Could be a very generic name. But I'm gonna just look anyway here. Explora Travel Co. White Horse Travel. Oh, also, okay, I'm noticing that some of these companies are travel companies. I wonder if maybe we can... Vancouver Druggist. If we're trying to also find out who BU is. Villa de Sol Market. Villa de Sol Market. Let's try this one. 620299. Nope. Okay. Looking for fish. Hill Cleaners. Lighting, fabrics, druggist. A lot of travel. More travel places here. St. Matthias Church. Oh! Hold on. Wait, where was the... Okay, I'm getting distracted by a tangent here. But... was the service? The service was held at... Why can't I read this? La Catedral del Espíritu Andino. La Catedral... Is that... I thought... No. No, it's not there. Okay. Maybe not that. Okay, back to looking for fish. Cafe, tools, nice furnishings, Typeco, Musico, cleaners, Pelico Partners, Quebecois Travel, Cassos de Val. I haven't seen any other fish companies here, so maybe it'll stand out once I see it. Marabella Market. Bistro. La Vida Encantada. That's the other one. Fish, fish, fish. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I wasn't reading chat here. Hi, have you thought of looking for Santa Corvina? In here? Santa Corvina. Oh, like the... Nope. Third entry. Oh, football. Why would you want to call it the football club? Okay. Yeah. By the way, we'll skip. I do have rules in my stream to not do spoilers, so I know you made the game, but I do kind of don't want to be, I do want to kind of figure it out myself, so. But thanks anyway. Okay, sure. I guess I'll call them. Oh, there's a different area code there. Interesting. 155786. Oh, I see. They're not there. They're, I see. So that's the hint for... I see. Is there also... Actually, just for completeness, is there one for, Piedra Loma at all? Huh, it's not there. Weird. Yeah, I do have hints enabled, so I did have to use them last time when I played through the demo. Okay, so I guess from this we can deduce that this is the area code for Santa Corvina. Therefore, with this... No, it's okay, I'll skip, it's fine. I know it's kind of tempting. It's a big thing when people watch streams that they're like very tempted to be like, oh no, you missed something, oh no, like that's sort of backseeing, but it does kind of take, for the streamer, it does kind of take the fun out of it a little bit. So 4, okay, so now we know this phone number, so let me go back here. 242 175 169. Yeah. Hello? Oh, voicemail. This is the answer machine for the Pesquera Tinning Company. We are currently closed. If you're seeking records, all documents are now publicly available. Please call back later. All documents. Why are the documents available? Okay. Pesquera Tinning Company. I would imagine they'd be in the library. Pesquera factory letter. Oh, lots of... Okay, my screen is full of documentation, but let's... got too many windows here. Alright. Memorandum. To all factory personnel from management. Effective immediately, all employees are reminded that tattoos and long hair are strictly prohibited on the factory floor. These standards are non-negotiable and are to be observed at all times during working hours. In addition, smoking anywhere on company property is expressly forbidden. Any violation of this policy will result in disciplinary action, including deductions from wages at the discretion of management. The director has made it clear that such behaviors are entirely unacceptable and will not be tolerated under any circumstances, as they reflect poorly on the standards of our organization. He emphasizes these are values he upholds himself as a good example to all. Aha! So from that we can deduce he does not smoke, he does not have tattoos, he does not have long hair. Which I think we've already established a little bit because we've figured out it's who he is already. Lastly, all factory personnel are required to be present at the stadium this Friday to support the owner's team in their match against local rivals. Participation and cheering for Chiquita is mandatory. Chiquita, again, is mentioned here. Is Chiquita on a football player? On that team? There wouldn't be an article about Chiquita, would there be? No? Okay. Because you think that if they're a famous player, they'd probably show up. But yeah, no, we've deduced that it's probably this guy. That's the Cobra, because, so, he's smoking. So, completely eliminated. These two... Okay, he's smoking. But not sure about that guy. And then, okay, yeah, we know he smokes. Gotta have glasses. Don't really see any tattoos. And then... Huh. I swear I thought I saw tattoos on these guys, but I guess not. So... what to do then? Because I'm kinda... Let's see. Let's pin this one. That seems important. Oh, long hair. Ah, so this guy is not him. Those two have short hair. Okay, so this is just basically another way of whittling it down. But we already established that this travel writer met with the Cobra. So, and it's not him, because I looked at his... Because we saw that he was left-handed, this guy's right-handed, and this guy has... He's not wearing socks, I will say. So it doesn't match the legs that we saw before. I don't know who the Viking is, though. It could be Chiquita. This Chiquita person. Owner's team in their match against local rivals. And Chiquita was mentioned... Where is Chiquita? Where's that other mention of Chiquita? Oh yeah, here. Chiquita, take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita... Okay, so Chiquita is an informant. Who is that? Okay. The only other lead I have right now is who the heck BU is. Oh, actually, is there any information about Einar in here? Einar Stormer? Nope. Okay. So nothing there. BU. There's a bunch of travel companies in here, which might match that. BU. What about you? You? I really don't know who this BU person is. I'm actually starting to think, because right now there's only one hint left, which means there's like one piece of evidence we don't have. I'm starting to think that maybe this BU person might not be necessarily... maybe I don't need to identify him. I don't have to identify him to get further with this case. I think it's some... I think it might be... Maybe it might be someone that we come across in future cases, is my guess. Since considering... Based on how I've seen how this game plays out. Like a lot of people you run into in previous cases show up again later on. Root Tree Candy Company. Actually, can I call this one? I'm kind of curious if there's an achievement for this. 413-989. No? No, okay. That's a fun... Turku Travel? I'm just gonna try randomly calling some of these travel companies. No. Malmo Travel. Malmo? Malmo? No, I think this is Juno Travel. Hotel Azul. Again, it's not a travel company, it's a newspaper, right? It's an article. Kilda cooked it, got the name of the article. And then Juan said for his newspaper, the one with the feral roosters and cockerels. A lovely man, very drunk. Uh-huh. Let's look at the notes. So BU left-handed, has legs. Honestly, I haven't got any information about the Viking at all. And I know who, yeah, we have a name, Einar Stormer, but I don't know if that's the Cobra or the Viking. I haven't been able to discern any of that, so I'm like kind of lost here. I feel like I'm still missing a critical piece of evidence or something. Eichland. I already tried searching for all these. Concerto for Casper. Again, I do wonder if Casper is a name of one of these people, but I don't know. I might have to take a hint here from the game. I kind of don't want to, but if I don't get any progress here, I might have to go for that. So the team, they probably own the Santa Corvina team. Is there anything? This just... It's also not clear what the occupation of the Viking is. We know the Cobra owns all these businesses. So the team, the tanning factory, probably more stuff than that too. For Chiquita. And we already tried, I don't know if this will, we already tried calling this guy. Yeah, this club. I don't think it's going to change anything, right? Yeah, see, they don't respond. Local fighters plan to sabotage a bridge near Settermoen along the Bardu River. Bardu? Settermoen? Nope. Any evidence? What else do I have? Chapter. Flipped photo. Andreas Oberg. I already tried searching his name. Celia. And I tried looking up the cathedral. Or cathedral. Espiritu. I don't know what. Espiritu Andino. Cathedral Medina? Nope. Killed in the Tromso Bridge Massacre. Okay, I am stumped. I'm gonna have to take the hint here, so I'm gonna click this. Turn over the picture of the vineyard. Yeah, okay, we know that. What in the picture can be killed and caught? Oh. Is that what he's referring to? Killed it, cooked it, got the name of the article. Okay, rooster? It's a bit of a stretch there, honestly. No, not this thing. I want this thing. Rooster. Rooster's cry. I see. Okay. The text is very small, so I'll try to read all of it here. Actually, can I change the... Nope, I can't. This is the biggest we're going to get it. I was led through the vineyards of the Perdido region, Chile, by a most unusual guide. He was a heavy-set man with an eye patch and an air of both deep melancholy and occasional eruptive anger. He could have been a Viking Norseman dressed in an ill-fitting summer suit. Okay, so that seems to imply eye patch guy is the Viking. He ran his vineyard with near military precision. He paused our tour to conduct a brief, purposeful conversation with a serious-looking man who was tailed by his melancholic son. Oh, he has a son. I asked him what it was about. He looked at me with a glint in his eye. I believe that my friend Patrice is sending a guest my way this evening, a certain Jorg. I meant to show him true Chilean hospitality. I did not pause too long to imagine what this meant. He was in truth very sad. He had just been to the funeral of a dear friend earlier that day. David was a brilliant artist. We go back years. Fell in love with a girl once, champion skier who married a terrible man. Never got over it. It was a beautiful service. A tiny church with its back to the mountains. Wonderful. Okay, there's a lot in this article. He spoke fondly of his dear sister, a composer, who no longer speaks to him. Oh. Wait a minute. So, this guy is the sister to Celia? Oh, Hansen Oberg. Oh, I see. Okay. She lost her husband, a doctor, in the war and blames me. When asked why he turned his great sad eyes to bear down on me, you remember my friend, the one I mentioned. We were schoolboys together, like brothers. One day he told me he found a way to make some money, a simple task. He convinced me to help him. I didn't know what it would lead to. He slammed a fist down on the table, startling me, but after a moment he only shook his head and took a gulp of wine. My sister always disapproved of my association with him and his NUF, National Union of Fascist, buddies, but I made sure she never knew any of the details of the work I did for him, not until 5 years ago. She visited the vineyard and I had a few too many glasses. I told her everything, going back to the beginning. She hasn't spoken to me since. He let out a heavy sigh, slumping back in his seat. After she went home, she wrote a piece of music dedicated to me. I guess I should be satisfied with that. He then began singing softly to himself before long drifted into a heavy, fitful sleep. Okay, so honestly, this last piece of evidence just ties everything together. Now we can... There's so many little details here that I think we have everything. It's just we gotta make sure... And there we go. Bruce Unwin, B.U. Footsteps in the South, Barnardo Publishing. Okay. We're most definitely pinning that. And okay, so we can most definitely identify this is the Viking. But let me just read this carefully. So the Viking... So the article is mainly about the Viking. A brief, purposeful conversation with a serious-looking man who was tailed by his son. Friend Patrice is sending a guest my way this evening. A certain Jorg. I am meant to show him true Chilean... So I think... This seems to imply, I think the Jorg is kind of trying to a way to throw people off, but I think it's the Cobra's name is Patrice, at least his first name. Jorga sounds like someone that they're interrogating. Yeah, okay. Dear friend David. This part I'm not sure what this is referring to. David... Champion skier, maybe something that will come up in a later case. And we know about this part. So, okay. So, Einar Stormer. So, Einar. Now, the thing that confuses me is Stormer a last name here? Or is it... We've established that this is the brother of... what's her name? Of Celia Hansen Oberg. Oberg was the... She married into that name, so her maiden name was Hansen. I think it's Hansen. Einar Hansen. And they are living on the vineyard, which is located where? Where's the vineyard located? Val-de-Mall. I guess, okay, also in Val-de-Mall. Yeah, because it's in the same valley. So Val-de-Mall. Okay. And the Cobra... Patrice... I don't know what his last name would be. Current location... Sending this way, blah blah blah. I will say I'm trying to play this game at 1920 by 1080 resolution, and the text here is actually kind of hard to read. It's just barely too small. It also, I think the font's not helping. I know most people have like bigger monitors. I'm actually playing this on a widescreen monitor, but I'm playing in windowed mode because for the stream, for Twitch streams, they're still, they don't have widescreen support widely available in a way. So yeah, most streams out there you see just standard 1080p or 720p sort of sizes here. So I do wish I wish they could make this text a little bigger. National Union of Fascists. Is that something I can look up? NUF? No, okay. Do we have enough information about this guy? We know the cousin David. Oh, hold on. David. Oh, okay. Not the same David. It's a very similar name, but I don't. They're not dead. So this is a different David, not this guy. And we established probably this guy. But what is his surname? I don't know if I... Where would I get that information? Cobra... Okay, yeah. Let me read this article again. Remember my friend? Okay, so David... Okay, so David has passed away. That's their friend. My sister always disapproved my associated with him, but I made sure she never knew any details of that work. Told her everything. Oh. So the title of the work is... Stand by. The title of the work again is Concerto for Casper. I don't know. Oh, I think Patrice might be a fake name now I think about it. Maybe it's... Maybe his name's actually Casper. Casper Hansen? And then maybe Einar Stormer is... this guy? Patrice sounds like a... Oh, there's no Stormer. Or wait, no. Oh, no, there... Okay, no, I was looking in the wrong spot. So, Einar Stormer. And where is his location? He owns... Okay, based on the memorandum from the factory... Is it also Valdemol? No, I don't think so. It would be Santa Corvina, probably, right? Okay, if I get this all in one, like first try, I'd be very impressed, but I'm gonna try this. There are 2 or fewer errors in your identification. 2 or fewer. Okay, it's not more than... It's not 3 or more, at least. But what is... What is wrong here? Santa Corvina. Casper Hansen. Let me just double check the... I think we got the pictures right. Let me... Okay, I'm gonna start doing some hints here. Just to double check that we don't have the pictures aren't incorrect here. You, the factory letter interrogation photo, yep. The Cobra does not smoke, he has short hair and no tattoos, he is left-handed and able-bodied. Is sitting in the phono with the fish van. He's reading a paper. Oh. Really? It's... I mean, that's the same guy, isn't it? Is that... I mean, it's just the same... It looks like the same guy just with glasses. I don't know if that's... I don't know if they need that specific picture. No, that's... Okay. I don't know if that was one of the errors. Let me double check. I think we're pretty sure on this one, though. Review Rooster's Cry. He's tall and blonde. Yep. Is sitting in the photo with the fish van. He is next to the man in the paper. Okay. Okay, so... I don't know how you'd come to a conclusion that it would be this guy? From this photo, you can probably just use this photo, right? I'm just gonna put it back there. Let's look at up the name. What do I have wrong here? Rooster's Cry and Concerto for Casper. In Rooster's Cry, the Viking mentions a sister who wrote the piece. Yep. Dag Hansen's first name is... Dag Hansen's first name is Casper. Yeah. Hansen's surname is Hansen, okay. And he's in Val de Mol. Perdido. What? Wait, how do you... Okay, why is that wrong? I thought it was Val de Mol. The location... Oh, it's... The location is mentioned in the article. Oh, did I miss that one? That probably... Where is it again? I was led through the vineyards of the Perdido region. I see. It's right at the very top. Okay, so I made a little incorrect assumption there. Because it... Based on what Yuan said, it sounded like Val de Mol included the location of this vineyard, but I guess that's not correct. So Perdido, is that the error? No, there's still an error. Might be the location of where the Cobra is. Piedra Loma, maybe? Let's try Piedra Loma. That's another football team. No. Is Stormer even a surname? I feel like it kind of feels fake. Unless I completely have the wrong name here. It said 2. So if it's 2 or less errors, that means this is one of the errors. There's one more error in here somewhere. Kind of don't want to get more hints, but I don't know what else it could be here. Oh wait, is it Pesquera? Is that a location? Pesquera. No, that's not. Okay. Still don't know who actually, Chiquita doesn't seem relevant anymore. And we've established that's Chiquita is an informant. That's a person. Probably not either of these people. They might show up in a future case, I bet. Pierre Delorma, Stormer, Trump, so traitor. I'm at a loss. Where? Let's look at. I'm gonna look at the location just to. Let's do that first. View the factory letter and interrogation photo. The interrogation photo. Don't know if there's anything in here. How would I discern that? The Cobra does not smoke, has short hair. Yeah, I know that. Manfred Braun? Where does that name... Huh? That could... Huh? Hold on. So, so we did... This location was correct. But... Unfortunately, it gave us the... I feel like it gave us the answer. Manfred Braun? Where would we even get that information? This interrogation photo? I'm not... Huh? Unless Manfred Braun is their fake name? Might be. Yeah, I'm a little confused about... Because Manfred Braun is not even mentioned in any of the evidence that we've seen. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Yeah, not in this article either. Let me just confirm this. I'll do the first name. Let's see if that is the Norwegian Culture article. Concerto for Casper and Skild. We did that. Manfred Braun. Yeah, okay, we have Einar. It's... Yeah, no. So, huh? So Einar... Yeah, we got... These are all correct. Einar Stormer, Santa Corvina, Casper Hansen Perdido. Is it literally the picture? So I can't... I mean, I assume that these two were the same person, but I guess maybe not. Yes, it wants me to choose this photo. There's some weird... Honestly, there's some strange... Unless I'm missing some information, like... I feel like... Oh, man, this could be a crony. This could not be... This maybe is not the Cobra. It's maybe someone that was sent by him. But it's not really clear to me why we choose... Oh, I think it's because of this part, because it says, we believe the Cobra and Viking appear in these images. So it has to be one of these four. We just don't know which ones, and apparently they're both sitting there. These other two... Yeah. Okay, so I think this should do it. I think it's very specific about what picture I should be giving there. Okay. To whom it may concern, I found the Cobra and the Viking. Both are native. Oh, let's find these notes as well. Both are native. Native Norwegians. Oh. One thing you've probably noticed, these hints were a bit funky. Those are now patched for whenever you update. I would suggest after this level if you plan to continue, that's it. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Okay. Yeah, the hints were a bit... yeah, odd there. Or at least, I guess my issue was it would... The main thing was this picture, because I thought it was this guy? But I think it's... I'm guessing that because this letter specifically said it has to be... you have to choose it from the 4 photos that you were given it initially. It doesn't want this picture because this was given by the person we called, right? So that's my guess. I don't know if that's what you guys intended there. But that's pretty much the... other than the location, that's one of the things I got sort of hung up on here. Who in their youth were involved in perpetuating the Tromsø Bridge Massacre? The Viking is Casper Hansen, the brother of Celia Hansen-Oberg, the renowned composer. He lives on in his vineyard in Perdido, Chile. He sold out the resistance to the Nazis through his childhood friend. That childhood friend was Einar Stormer, who later became the Cobra. This was known to Celia Hansen-Oberg, who put his name into a cryptic piece of music. The Cobra lives in Santa Corvina, where he runs a fish tinning factory and owns the local soccer team. Oh, yes. Technically it's football, but okay. if you talk to anyone outside of North America. Okay, so unfortunately I did have to use hints, but I think I only had like 2 things wrong. The picture and the location of the Viking. Though that was just me missing the very first sentence in this thing. In the Perdido regions mentioned right up there. Okay. Cool. And I am noticing there's a lot of things mentioned here. I think they're going to show up again. So let me just look here. Not the Condor. So there's the fires in Valaplano. That looks... I don't know why that's there. And then this thing mentions David, which seems might show up again later. Yeah, and we still have that code from the last chapter. So lots of things that might... I'm gonna watch out if they rear their head again. I also just realized that whole filling out the blanks, it's very similar to... I've been playing the Seance of Blake Manor, and it's pretty much a very similar mechanism where you make a hypothesis, and you have to choose the right nouns and verbs to solve it. So I like that part. Oh, there are 10 hints on this one, or 10 pieces of evidence, perhaps. What is this? 3 people... Oh, I should probably change the title, since technically this is chapter 5, right? And 5? Yeah, I wasn't planning on just playing one chapter this stream. I was gonna... Well, unless the chapter took a really long time. But I will set it to 4 and 5. And maybe 6 if we get to it. I did see in the title screen there's like 8 or 9 chapters. So I'm probably going to play like Maybe we'll play chapter 6 today, and then tomorrow I'll get to the rest of the game. What do we have here? The hyena, Metra, Cusillo? Am I reading that right? Cusillo, okay. Mr. Perelman, we are looking for the Paraguayan chief of police, known as the Hyena. A famed sniper during the war, he made his name as an expert in disguise and deception. He has recently been implicated in a corruption scandal at the heart of the government that invoked the ire of the president and sent the Hyena into forced hiding. We traced him to the seaside town of Puerto del Alba. However, something has happened and we believe he may have been killed. Oh. We intercepted a telegram reading, Hyena dead, Cusillo and Metra also. Unknown shooter. Please find out what all this means. Oh, there's some other third party also killing some Nazis. Interesting. Oh, what is... Oh... I see. Okay. That means they must have been... They were actually posing for a photo? When this happened? Pretty gruesome. Where to start with this one? Puerto del Alba. Puerto del Alba. Does that show up in here? Ferry timetable and weather report for the Puerto del Alba ferry. Ooh, I like tables. Timetable and forecast: sunrise 6 a.m., sunset 9 p.m. No ferries on Mondays, Tuesday to Friday. Okay. 4 ferries. Well, there could be more ferries, but it looks like we have them 4 ferries in the morning and afternoon. What are these letters? Timetable. It's a very strange thing to put on a timetable. Like, what do these mean? LRDS. I'm also noticing it's LRDS. It's a diagonal going up from here, and then BE, PBSV, and then SV, PB, BE again. Huh. That's a very strange piece of evidence, I will say. Is there anything actually... Oh, hold on. Hotel Azul. Let's call them. I think I actually remember seeing them in the... Yeah, here they are. Whoops. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I should... Oh, sorry. I should have, I should get the update, shouldn't I? Ah, shoot. Okay, I'll do this after this conversation then. Hello, Hotel Azul, one of the most affordable hotels in Puerto del Alba. Boris speaking. Hello, I'm an investigator inquiring about an incident that happened opposite your hotel. Of course, an unimaginable scene of horror. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Of course. How can I help? What happened exactly? There was a shooting outside the hotel. One of our guests was murdered. Which guest? I believe it was one Paul Gerhardt. Although there's not a lot left to judge by. Quite gory. Oh. Hold on 1 second here. Be some sort of smoke alarm coming. Again, the people downstairs are doing construction, so maybe they've triggered something. Okay, Oh. I think it stopped. Okay, sorry about that. I believe is one Paul Gerhardt, although there's not a lot left to judge by. Quite gory. Who was he? He checked in the day before the incident. I'm sure he was high up in the security services because the hotel is still crawling with Paraguayan secret agents. Perhaps he was the chief of police? Perhaps. Him or his brother. Okay, so it's a bit of a gray area here. We can't really identify who that Paul Gerhardt person was. His brother. Yes, his brother checked in on the day of the incident. A Mr. Ernst Gerhardt. Any indication as to their reason for visiting? Not sure. Perhaps catching the ferry to see the beaches at Playa Bruma or Bahia Escondida. But you know you don't need bodyguards for that. Okay. Do you think the names were real? Probably not. I doubt it. Most people here check in under assumed names for all sorts of reasons. If he was in the security services, I don't imagine he holidays much under his real name. One last thing. When he arrived, Mr. Paul gave me a letter to send. However, I still have it. Would you like to see it? Oh, a letter. Yes, please. It is kind of funny that this person is so forthcoming, but also said their hotel was sworn by Paraguayan secret police. Usually, if the secret police, those agents came by your hotel, they'd probably arrest you, or at least tell you to not talk to any third-party investigators like me. So I don't know. It just seems a little unrealistic to me there. Who are your guests at the time? Apart from the brothers, no one exceptional. How would you describe them? Both tall men with sandy blonde hair, gaunt, with piercing eyes. More than similar. If I hadn't checked them in separately, I would say they were the same man. Oh. Anything unusual that they said or did? Only one thing. When I mentioned to Ernst that his brother was already here, he looked a touch confused, and I heard him mutter, "The plot thickens." Why would he say that? So on the day of the incident, what happened at your hotel? That morning around 11 a.m., 2 large bodyguards came to the front desk asking for Mr. Paul. They said they were his protection. I sent them to his room. Did you see them exit? I was called away, but I understand they left and went to the fun fair. Thanks. Tell me about your hotel. I would love to say we are a state-of-the-art facility, but unfortunately I feel that the hotel has seen better days. I can access your floor plan? Oh. In the municipal records, the guest book too. How about the guest rooms? Anything notable? Well, they both left quite a few things. We actually have pictures of both brothers' rooms taken as evidence. Ernst owes us money since he seems to have disappeared. Sadly, we cannot take payment in toy bears. Toy... what? Aha. Could you send over the photos, please? I will do that. Okay, what have I gotten myself into here? What is... okay, we got a letter. The pictures of both of their rooms. Oh. Huh. Let's read the letter first. Dear R. Writing you from Puerto del Alba, you found a great man through PS, so a lot of initials here. They put me up in a terrible hotel. Room doesn't even have the sunrise. I'm free for the moment to walk around, but they're sending some new bodyguards tomorrow to protect me. I can't risk sticking around for more revelations to come out. Time to make a move. After this, I will spend some time at the next port until things have cooled down. In a month, I intend to return to Dr. Schmidt to complete my oronectomy, though I have heard nothing from him recently. We can meet there. Expect word. Woof. Woof. Best NS. Oh boy. There's a lot going on there. And also, yeah, no, Dr. Schmidt we caught him in a previous case, so that's why he hasn't heard from them. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to restart the game then. So because we want to get that update, as the developers have said. So let me see, how do I get out of here? I'm assuming it's going to save here, right? I've quit the game. All right. Now, give me a sec here while I figure out. Steam isn't showing an update at the moment. When did I downloaded it at like 10 a.m. in the morning, my time. So I'm not seeing another update. Maybe if I restart my Steam. All right, so just stand by here. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, let's take a look here. Downloads. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There's no update showing up for me here. Bit strange. Okay. I'll open up the game anyway. Maybe it's not been published on Steam yet, or maybe something is holding it back here. Oh, the game's gone trying to get into full screen again. Hold on here. Settings, get back into that one. Nope. There we go. Also, I'm going to turn the phone auto dial just to make things a bit faster. I like pushing the buttons, but I think at this point we should try to speed that up. So if I continue this, 328, I think that version number hasn't changed, so... Oh, and we get the title of this. The Sunburnt Nazi. Okay. Let me get our evidence. I didn't get a chance to pin these. Let's pin all these here. 301, 302, and this letter. So there's 2 dead bodies here. Well, is it 2? Because this person must be quite tall, unless his body got cut in half or something, but I don't know if that's... I feel like there's something visually going wrong here, because I don't think someone is that tall to fall over like that, but I could be wrong. I do also notice that he has a tattoo on his ankle there. And unfortunately, because this guy up here, we can't tell if it's which brother it is that got shot here. So I don't know about that. Alright, let's look. Is this 301 or 302? I guess it doesn't matter. So this one has the bear. There's a screwdriver. Belushi's. That's a clue already. There might be a Belushi's toy company. Belushi. Don't see one here. Maybe it's in the... There's an article about them in the library. Belushi stock lists. Current stockists. Oh, that's a lot of them. I don't know. Okay. This gives me a list, but I don't have any context to discern what this means or which one is relevant here, so I'm gonna have to put that away. I'll pin this as well. And then I don't know what the significance of the screwdriver is. It's a bit odd that that's there. You have props, a box of props, some documents. 302. Okay, so this is room 302. 301 is across the hall. Actually, there's a clock here that says, is the clock any? Okay, so these were taken, so this would be about 6:45, 6:40. I am also noticing the paintings happen to be exactly opposite to each other, which is interesting. Okay. Don't know. From Porto. No. Let me note. Okay, let's get the notes back up here. Just want to. Oh, I'm gonna clear this out as well. Let's look up. So we have who is R, and then we have PS. Whoops, that's not how you spell PS. PS. And then there's NS. Yeah, type here. There we go. And then there's also woof woof. I don't know what that means. They put me up in a terrible hotel. Room doesn't even have the sunrise. Okay. Room doesn't even have the sunrise. Oh. I see. You can kind of see, I think this is like 6:45 in the morning. And sunrise, we know, is 6 a.m. So based on this, 3:02 has the sunrise, 3:01 does not. Okay. So let's make a note of that. Three oh 3:02 has sunrise. 3:01 not. Okay. So just slowly... There's still like 7 pieces of evidence we need to look through here. I can't risk sticking out for more. I will spend some time at the next port. Let's read through the transcript now. One of our guests was murdered. I believe it was one Paul Gerhardt. Although that's not a lot. There's not enough left. So Paul Gerhardt checked in first. Checked in on the day. Okay, so let me get the notes here again. Paul checked in first, Ernst second. Okay. Any indication as to the reasoning for visiting? Not sure. Playing catch the ferry to Playa Bruma or Bahia Escondida. Is that something I can look up here? Playa Bruma. Bruma. Why can't I type today? Playa. Aha. Playa del Toro. That's something else. Okay, what is this? Playa del Toro Strategic Battle Operations Guide. CIA declassified. What is this? English. Landing begins at 5:30 a.m. Knife and pistol teams will silently eliminate beach guards. Snipers take cover in set positions. Machine gunners reinforce with sandbags. Advance after the Air Force bombing. And then the rest is in translated in Spanish. What is this? Playa del Toro. Playa Bruma. Where was this located? This is in... No, Puerto del Alba. This is not... So why is this here? It seems to be counting as a piece of evidence, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe I skipped ahead here. I don't know what that's about. Let's also look at, let's see, Bahia Escondida. Oh, actually, okay. We can probably... Ah, I see. So BE is probably Bahia Escondida. Playa Bruma. Okay. Let me add some notes here. So SV, we don't know what that is. PB equals Playa Bruma. BE equals Bahia Escondida. And then what? Then we have LRDS. Which I don't have any idea what that is. SV. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, I'll just say we're a state-of-the-art facility, but unfortunately I feel a hotel. I can access your floor in the municipal records. The guest book, too. Okay, so we can look that up ourselves. So this is... Azul? Hotel... Ah. Hotel Azul floor plan. Ah, and then you... Okay, so this is another way of determining where the sunrise and all that, because there's a compass here. So we know that 301 is in the east, and 302... Wait. Yeah, 302 has a sunrise... Wait. Huh? Wait a minute. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Hold on. Also, I don't know what these S symbols are. something looks weird here. Something looks weird here. Hold on. 302. Oh, it's I see. Okay, now I made an incorrect assumption. So I assumed that this 645 was in the morning. But it actually, I think it is the sunset. This is in the evening. Yeah. So actually 301 is the one in... 301 has a sunrise. 302 does not. Okay. Let me change my notes here. 301 has sunrise. Yeah. I like how in this game it's very easy for people. I think you'd see this in a lot of people, well, different players, like different ways of thinking. But it's very easy to fall into traps of like you've made an assumption and then they sort of go along with it. But you have to go back and actually correct those assumptions once you receive different information. So in this case, yeah, no, I was incorrect there. So we know that that means that whoever wrote this letter, NS, they were in room 302. Actually, maybe I'll change the notes here. NS room 302. We can establish that, right? Yeah. Now, what are these? What are these things? S? What does S mean? It might be a security system or something. Is that room 250? 31, 32. This, maybe these are... I was going to say like security cameras, but I don't think that's I don't think that's a thing that in this 1970s. Huh, interesting. Let's pin that. And then we also have the guest book. Isabel, okay. 302. Paul Gerhardt, 302. Okay. And then 304 is down the hall. I'm only looking at the third floor here. 301 is Ernst. He arrived a day later at 9 in the morning. Don't really see anything else here. It just basically confirms what the transcript said, like Paul came first, then Ernst. I think, but now we know who is who, at least by their fake names, so I can at least determine. So NS is Paul, 302. I'm just going to add this other person here. I don't know. This might be one of the other... Might be R, might be PS. But I will say... Let's do something like this. Paul equals room 302. And then this guy is Ernst. I think he's in room 301. Okay, so this person could be PS or R, but I have not established that at the moment. Okay, my brain is like overcooking here. I still have like what, 4 more pieces of evidence to look through. I don't think there's anything else to discern from this though, right? Like, unless one of the other... It's possible that maybe one of the other guests here is relevant to this case on even another floor. The only other person would be Daniel H in 304, which would be diagonal, like next to 302. I wonder if that's somebody we could interview. Okay, so that's that. So 302. So this is the sunset we're seeing. Also, 301 sign is off. I don't know why that is. The transcript again. So Paul Gerhardt. Got the notes here. So Paul was the one who got murdered. He arrived first at the hotel, and then Ernst came a day later. Paul had a letter to send. So we get that further established that he's NS. Both tall men with sandy blonde hair, gaunt with piercing eyes, more than similar if I hadn't checked them. Ernst's brother was already here. So Ernst, it sounded like Ernst wasn't expecting Paul to be here. Okay, we got that. Ernst owes us money since he seems to have disappeared. Sadly, we cannot take payment in toy bears. What? Why is there a toy bear in here? Belushi's. And the toy bear would be room 301, so that would have belonged to Ernst. What am I missing here? Dear R. I don't know what he means by you found a great man through PS. I'm a little stumped right now. I feel like... What am I missing here? We already searched... Okay, everything is pinned at this point. So, Puerto... That's the... Okay, and then... We already did Playa. We got this other thing, which I have no idea how that plays into anything. Actually, let me look at that instructions again. This thing. Playa del Toro. Knife and pistol. This seems like this seems like an order. Almost. Playa, Bahia. Woof woof. Nope. What else can I... Hotel Azul. What am I looking for? S default system. I assume 251 is a room number? Is that on here? No, all the guest rooms are that. If I call Hotel Azul again, will I get something different? There we go. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I thought Oh, it didn't show it all crossed off, so I guess I'll just do it all over again. It's a bit strange. Usually when you recall a person, these are all... Yeah, these should all be done. Yeah, there's definitely some bugs around, like evidence that's already been revealed. You can basically repeat it. It's not a game-breaking bug, but it's a little bit, just a bit odd. But the game did just come out, so it's not too bad. The plot thickens. The guest book. Kind of stuck here. I don't know how to proceed from this. I assume we probably need to call another person. I've heard nothing from him recently. We can meet there, expect word. Woof woof. Hyena, Puerto Albounce. I don't think Hyena would show up in here, right? Puerto. I don't know what these other destinations are. There's an SV and there's an LRDS. It's probably San something. I don't know what that would be. The day of the week might also be a... Ah, hold on. Let's see here. So, there's no ferry on Monday. Okay, it shows the date, but it doesn't show the day of the week. July 4th. July 5th. Daniel H. Could I call any of these people? I don't think so, right? Because I don't think that... It could be the person next door that could have heard something, or maybe the people downstairs, or maybe the people upstairs. I don't know. I guess... Wait, no. If this is on the 3rd floor, the only... Hiroshi Tanaka. That's a very generic Japanese name. I don't think that would show up here. Yeah, don't see anything there. Also, the location is Puerto... We're in Puerto del Alba. There's no other... Yeah, I don't see... And we also did try to find Belushi, but they're not listed in here. I guess I could just go by elimination and just see if I can find any of these. I'm assuming these are like stores that are selling Belushi's bears. So actually, yeah, let's go through them. Let's look through this. El Grito del Jaguar. Nope. The Llama Loop. Might be starting with T. No. Do I remember... Just trying to remember do I remember seeing any of these... See these names here. Cans of Glory? Ah. Cans of Glory is... Oh, and it's also in Puerto de Alba. Ah. That would make sense. Let's call them. Hello, Cans of Glory. Ronaldo here. How can I help? Did you see the man who was killed last week? I did. He stopped at Cans of Glory with his escorts to play... and generally be seen. What is this? What? With his escorts to play and... Okay, that sentence doesn't make any sense. What? Pleasant man? Quite the opposite. I was chatting with a tourist couple who wanted to know how to get to Las Rocas del Sur. Ah, here it is. LRDS. Let me note that down here. Las Rocas del Sur and San Ventura. Okay, so those are the other. I feel like this is gonna come up, so we have all 5 locations named now for the ferry. He steamed right past them and demanded to play. Oh, play! It's like an arcade or something. How did he do? Honestly, he did terribly. Couldn't hit a thing. It was like he was half blind. Nothing like the day before. What do you mean by day before? What happened the day before? He came by the stall on his own, no escort, and nailed every can on the first shot. What did he win? Oh. That's probably not the same man. It was probably... Okay. Looking at the timeline, it's since... Okay. Paul came first. He arrived first. He had no bodyguards. He's probably the one who visited this stall. And then he has very good marksmanship. And then Ernst came by with bodyguards the day after. He looks just like Paul, but his marksmanship was terrible. Also very rude. So, what did he win? He won a large bear. Do people often get that? Huh, I didn't even know it was possible. Still, I guess he got lucky considering his next performance. What happened then? I saw him moving around the market, then toward the seaside exhibits. After that, I heard 3 shots ring out in quick succession and a lot of screaming. You saw the shooter? I did not, but I think it came from the lighthouse. My brother went up there after, took a photo. I'll send it to you. Another photo. Many thanks. How about his bodyguards? Hey, I knew their type alright. Filthy insurrex... Whoa, what is this? Filthy insurrectionist Lazarosas. Why do you say that? I'm Cuban, so I knew straight away what they were all about. They had half Cuban, half American accents and special forces tattoos. Ah, so one of the bodyguards is lying there. Or actually, probably both of them. Now that I look at the picture. What does that mean? They were involved with Playa del Toro. Ah, okay, there's the mention there. Oh. You know, there were a lot of those guys held after their plan fell apart. Afterwards, it was said that they went to South America as no one else would have them. Disgusting mercenaries. Thanks, this is useful. By the way, I found something odd. A business card. I'll send it over. Perhaps you can take a look at it. Take a look at it? Sure. Okay, that's a lot of evidence. Okay, so close that up. Don't think we need to look at... What do we got here? Simon Jones, theater agent. There's a telephone number. Okay, let's look at this photo. So this is Ernst. And those are the 2 bodyguards. You can see on the picture there. Yep. There's this tattoo. Looks like a barbell. And that kind of... Oh, there's too many... There's so many pictures here. Let me close this up here. Simon Jones. I think I have too many things pinned, so I need to start unpinning. I could probably unpin this thing. This seems still important. Oh, I see. These are already pinned. Okay, never mind. Simon Jones. So barbell, and then... Yep, you can see the barbell there. So there's that guy. Metra. So it does sound like, yeah, the... Huh. Whoever Ernst was probably the hyena. Because he had his 2 bodyguards. Wait, no. Or maybe not. Hold on. Or is it possible that the 2 bodyguards were sent tomorrow from this letter to protect me? They could have... yeah, no, I think they got I think they had a case of mistaken identity. They were supposed to protect Paul, or NS, but I think they ended up protecting Ernst instead. And then Paul turned it around on all 3 of them and shot all of them? There's a lot going on with this one. It's a bit confusing tracking who is who. I think that's kind of the point. Yeah, Paul came first. And then the lighthouse. Excuse me. There's the gun. There's the hat. Sunglasses. A cigarette. And the ferry is leaving. A ferry is leaving. That seems... Okay. When was the shooting? I'm trying to get the sense of time. Checked in the day of the incident. I'm trying to look up what day it was. Okay, this one doesn't have... This one doesn't seem to have any... I'm trying to determine what day of the week it is. We haven't... Maybe I missed it somewhere, but... At least we can at least eliminate that this was not a Monday. So it must have been... And it looks clear. Oh, okay, hold on. We can probably determine... So it's not Tuesday either. So it could be any of these 3 days. Wednesday, Friday, it was all sunny. On Thursday, the last boat was to PB, that'd be Playa Bruma. That's when the weather cleared up. What time? When did they come? Steam pass went to the... What time did they get there? No, it's not specific. It's not specific at all. I don't see a... There's no clock on here, right? Nope. Okay. So Metra and Kusilo. We don't know who is who. I guess we should try calling this number then. 312-778-941. Simon Jones, theater agent. Give me good news. What does your agency do? We are an esteemed London talent agency for only the top actors and actresses, famous worldwide on stage and screen. Oh really? Can you tell me some of your clients? Do you know Jonathan Bailey? He did the Colgate toothpaste advert some time ago. I see. Okay. Do you have anyone working in Puerto del Alba? Where the devil is that? It's in Paraguay. Huh. Why would he have... Why is his business card here if he doesn't even know where that is? No, I don't think so. Oh, you know, perhaps that's where Cyril is. Cyril. Oh yes, he was quite big in the tropics a few years ago for hernia cream advert. You know, rectalist? Okay. I don't. Quite striking. He was playing a cowboy riding side saddle. They had that song by Johnny Cash. Ring of Fire? That's the one. So you did see it. Call the Hunch. Is this a reference to an actual commercial? I feel like it sounds familiar. So you wouldn't know, I got a call from a Paraguayan film company, Pantalasur, wanted him out there straight away. What for? Do you know? It was an experimental film. They said they had hidden cameras all around town, very Altman, and they want him to walk around looking imperious, like a sheriff or something. What else? Sent us a first-class plane ticket and a costume. Booked him a hotel room under an assumed name, very cloak and dagger. Any idea why they wanted Cyril? The man said that Cyril's character was based on real-life inspiration, and only he would do. Next. Okay. We still have one more piece of evidence, but this, this definitely got us somewhere. Let me unpin Simon's business card, because that's... I don't think we're gonna get any more information from this. Script for experimental film. Working title, Tooth and Claw. I'll take a drink here before I read all this. In this improvised role, you will portray the chief of police. Authoritative, composed, and mildly theatrical. You will be escorted through town by 2 silent bodyguards, maintaining an air of controlled command. Along the way, you'll pause at key locations, firing around at the funfair shooting gallery, and posing for a photo at the seaside attraction, all while projecting confidence and subtle menace. Was this all an act? What is happening here? Cameras are hidden. We are aiming for a naturalistic Altman verite I don't know, style. Assume you are always potentially being filmed, though you will not know when or where. Your goal is to inhabit the role fully, treating everyone around you as background extras in your scene, no matter how they react. Maintain a dry wit, a steady gaze, and a sense of detachment. Think small-town autocrat with cinematic flair. Suggested phrases to use sparingly and naturally. Have him arrested later. This town needs order. I never liked that ride. Make a note of him. I don't recall authorizing that. What is this? So they sent in... Huh. Okay, I'm trying to piece together what the timeline would happen. So Paul checked in first. He went to the Ah, interesting. Paul checked in first. He went to the stall. He was a very good shooter. He got the toy bear. He's in room 301. Yep, across the hall. There's no sunrise here. It's on the west side of the building. And then Ernst came the next day, and he said something along the lines of, the plot thickens. And then this script firing around at the Funfair shooting gallery posing for a photo. Did someone make this script to try to set up a murder? It's kind of like, but then the bodyguards though. I am so confused about what's going on here. This is a lot. Okay, I think there's one other mention. The company Pantalasur. Is that someone I can contact? P. Yep, Pantalasur Productions. Let's have a chat with them. I think this is the last piece of evidence. Oh, voicemail. This is the answering machine for the Pantalasur Film Productions. The office is currently closed for renovation. If you wish to discuss film productions or speak to our director, Raul Sanchez, please call back another time. Okay, so that kind of feels like a dead end. Except Raul Sanchez. I bet they're since they might be a famous director, so let me see. Sanchez. Oh. Nope. Raul. No. Do they have another phone number? No. Sanchez? Or maybe this name is one of the people here. The office is currently closed for renovation. Call back another time. Raul Sanchez. And honestly, we haven't had very many. We are missing pictures of. I mean, it's hard to tell whether this is the same person or not. But we need at least, I think the last piece of evidence is probably a picture of. Well, maybe not. This. Is this the hyena? I don't know. Working title Tooth and Claw. Is that in the library? Tooth and Claw. No, this is not a released film yet, so that would not make any sense. Have him arrested later. This town needs order. I'm not sure how to proceed. I need to. Let's think about this. So, PSNS R. Could this letter Be addressed to Raul Sanchez. You found a great man through PS. PS being... No, like I was thinking that might be Simon Jones, but... Huh. Also, the phrases... I mean, the guy said the plot thickens, but it's not one of the phrases here. Man, this is a difficult one. I have a feeling we're not going to be... I think... excuse me. I think we're not going to be able to get to chapter 6 today. I think this is probably going to take up the rest of the stream here, so... Probably do 4 and 5 today, and then 6, maybe 7 tomorrow. And then I guess I'll wait... I'll have to wait until next week to finish off this game. But no, I'm having a lot of fun here. Like, this is... It is definitely making my brain... It's warming up. It is making me think outside the box or inside the box and... Or just, you know, just use my deduction skills here. Kusilla... I guess maybe the last piece of evidence is about Kusillo and Metra, because we know it's these two, but we don't know who is who. I don't think they're in here, would they? Kusillo? Metra? No. And the bodyguards were sent in... when? Couldn't hit a thing. It was like he was half blind, nothing like the day before. And the day of the murder was probably... There was a mention of when the bodyguards arrived. Where was that? Was it in this transcript? Ah, here we go. That morning around 11 a.m., 2 large bodyguards came to the front desk asking for Mr. Paul. They left and went to the fun fair. Okay, so after 11 a.m. So 10 a.m. ferry is out of the picture here. So would have been a ferry. Okay, so they went to the fun fair. Does the fun... And then we talked to the fun fair person, but I don't think they gave any indication. Oh, Lazarosas. Oh, okay. Let's look up that. Lazarosa coming to Paraguay. There it is. There's the last piece of evidence. Country, Paraguay. Subject, arrival of Lazarosa. Oh, let me turn the notes off here. Date distributed? December 21st, 1970. Indications of importing of Lazarosa soldiers for stationing at government residences. Raising alert to blue. Ah, here we go. It's, okay, 6 members. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there goes my coffee. I keep having these burps on stream, and I kind of wonder if they're actually making... It's probably unpleasant to hear, so... But every time I take a drink, I have to burp it out. I'm gonna have to start muting myself a little bit more. Okay, so... These kind of look like tattoos. So let's match. Let's look here. What kind of tattoo is that? That's a barbell. I don't know what this tattoo is. It kind of looks like North and South America on a globe. Okay. And then we also have this thing. Knife and pistol teams will silently eliminate beach guards. Snipers take cover and set positions. Machine gunners reinforce with sandbags. Machine gunners. Snipers. How do I... What kind of information can I get from this? Advance after Air Force bombing. Knife and pistol teams. So this would be... So the first... Okay, so Luis Delgado would probably be in the knife and pistol team. Ramos Torres would be part of the machine gunners. Snipers would be... I don't think they fit here. And then advance after the Air Force bombing. Aerial reconnaissance. Logistics. Did they make a tattoo to try to... Did they add on to the tattoo? To try to hide it? Like, okay, so this looks like two parallel lines. I guess it would look like the close quarters tattoo. Maybe? And then the other tattoo kind of looks like a machine gunner. Right? Yeah, no, you can see the cross there. So... But how does that help me determine who is who? I am kind of confused about that. Oh, let's see. And then also we have to match it to the name, which I don't know. Metra Cusilo. Do these names mean something? Let me see. Metra. Nope. I type in Metra into a search engine, it just goes, it's like an electronics store or a public transit agency. It's not what I want. Cusilo is... Oh, I'm getting restaurants instead. No, that doesn't seem to help. I think we can... Let's say that... Okay, this is probably the hyena. But what? So close quarters or machine gunner, but who is who? I guess we could try... I guess we could just guess. But the thing is, it doesn't make sense. What's the significance of this document then? Why is this here? Playa del Toro. Oh, hold on. The Spanish translation. Equipos con cuchillos. Ah, and then Metra. Ah, so I said. Okay, now I understand. So actually, I think we've got it. We've got at least these two. So, okay, so I think I've got them flipped. So Cuchillo would be this guy, and Metra is this guy, and then with this we can match it up. So Metra is a machine gunner, Ramon Torres. Now location I don't know. I have to figure that out in a sec. And then Cuchillo is Luis Delgado. I forget to change this to the surname. Their current location is they're dead. So their bodies are in wherever this hotel is, where this place is, that is Puerto del Alba. Actually, I think it's Puerto del Alba for all of these, right? Yeah, so I could just apply these to all three, because they're all three of them are dead, unless... Wait a minute. I think what might have happened is the hyenas might be actually still be... He might still be alive. Oh, I think, yeah. So... Oh, and I think that's why that's the significance of the ferry, right? Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. I think this letter... Let me get the notes back up here. Paul checked in first. Ernst second. Paul is NS. Paul is NS. I think this is... I think Paul was the actor, I think. He came in first. Can't stick around. Setting some new bodyguards tomorrow. Found a great man through PS. I don't think we're gonna... Maybe some of these people were... I think... Yeah, R is probably Raul. Raul Sanchez. Let me put that down so I don't forget. Raul Sanchez? Question mark? It's not confirmed, but I think we can deduce that here. And then NS. So he came in first, and then probably Ernst came in later. He was trying to flee. Yeah, an expert in disguise and deception. Famed sniper. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. No, the order is a bit different. No, he's a very good shot. Sent the hyena into hiding. So Okay, so, no, I think it still adds up here. I think... so much going on. Paul is... Paul came in first. He checked... No, Paul is the sniper. Paul is the hyena. Yeah. NS is his name. So, I don't know if I can... I don't... Unfortunately, I can't really search up his name. But I think... This is... Ernst. I think. Honestly, I'm a bit confused about... Sorry, there's so much I'm trying to, there's so many facts, I'm trying to put them all together, but I'm just not sure at this point. Like, the only photo we have is this guy, right? Maybe he is dead. But what I think actually happened was, I think he escaped. Right? Yeah, no. These all seem to hint, you know, sniper, master of disguise, and there's a ferry leaving. So he must be somewhere else. I think he's... It happened after 11, so the ferry... It could either be Bahia Escondida or San Venturo. I don't... What's the day of the week? How do I know? I think I've missed it somewhere. I know the day. Okay, I think we can get rid of this one. Don't need that. This shows me the number date, but doesn't show me the day of the week. I'm trying to find... Where can... One of these transcripts probably shows it here. Mm-hmm. 11 a.m. I'm looking for like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something in here. Simon Jones, okay. Cyril. Is that his real name? Cyril. First class pink blanket under assumed name, very cloak and dye. Any idea why they wanted Cyril? The man said that Cyril's character was based on real life inspiration and only he would do. Without knowing the day of the week, I can't tell... Oh, maybe it's in one of the pictures. This shows the time. Oh, this is his script. Okay, so 302... Paul was the actor. What? That doesn't make any sense. Because this guy said the first person... The day before, someone nailed every can. That's the sniper guy. And then the day after, the guy had a poor shot. But then this one shows props. Oh no, is that props for disguise? Maybe. No, the guy in 301 is... Okay, Guy in 301 is the... Is Ernst the shooter then? If Ernst is the shooter... Oh, I'm getting so confused. Ernst is the shooter, then Paul is the... Yeah, no, I think it's a setup, I think. Something doesn't add up here. This is in the... Okay, so... Okay, hold on. 302 does not have the sunrise. And that was Paul. And I assume this is Paul writing to Rawl. Paul writing to Rawl. His name is NS. He's the guy who's dead, I think. He's the guy who's dead. That means the hyena is Ernst, who is in 301. I don't know what his name is. I feel like is there more evidence I need? Like, no, there's no more hints. You have found all relevant new evidence and conversations. You can now access character-specific hints if you need them. Okay. Pretty sure I got that. Do I have any hints as to their name, though? Hyena dead. Don't think so. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. I just noticed that there's an umbrella there. Looks like it's been raining. So, hold the phone. It must be a Thursday then, right? Assuming this, that means, and it's not raining now. So I think he's in Puerto or Playa Bruma. Based on that. That's my guess. Because there's no other... Yeah, Wednesday and Friday wouldn't work. Problem is, I don't know his name. The name, I'm just... Because Paul Gerhardt and Ernst Gerhardt, those are fake names. PS or... Probably is PS or NS, but I don't know what the... What the heck are those? Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. In a month, I intend to return to Dr. Schmidt to... Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. We need to go back in time. Because I think we have a document about Dr. Schmidt, right? The, this one. Aha. Aha. N. Schroeder. N. Schroeder. So... Okay, so... Assuming they hold the same name, we'll put Schroeder in here. But what's the first name? It's not NS because that person's dead. That person got shot. The sniper got away. The actual hyena. But what is his first name? That I'm not sure. This is all about the actor. Cyril. Is Cyril an option here? It probably is, right? Nope. Nope, that is not an option there. Any hint of their name here? Schroeder. I guess PS might so it might start with P. But where would I even find a hint of that? P. It's not Paul. Don't think so. Paul. Wait a minute. That morning, around 11 a.m., 2 large bodyguards came to the front desk asking for Mr. Paul. I wonder if that's the... Maybe their name is Paul. Paul Schroeder? So if I'm understanding this, so Paul in the room 302 is actually N. Schroeder, and Ernst Schroeder his real name might actually be Paul, is my guess. I think that's probably how the switch up happened, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna try and check answers here. I don't think this is correct. 2 or fewer errors. Yeah. I don't think the picture... I think these are all correct. The first... Again, I'm not completely sure about the first name. I'm pretty sure they're in Playa Bruma. They smoked something. Wait a minute. Oh, you sneaky little fuck. You sneaky... I was like, oh, yeah, a hat and sunglasses. Okay, 2 or few errors still. But I think the picture's right now. That is him. I see. Okay. It's definitely not that guy. What is wrong? Is it Paul? Or is it something else? Paul Gerhardt. Ernst Gerhardt. I'm trying to determine whether should I start doing hints at this point, or should I start, or should I keep trying to figure out what his first name is? I don't think I can get anywhere with this. It's PS woof woof. Paul checked in first, Ernst second. Yeah, let's start confirming. Let's make sure that I don't have any other errors here. So let me go, let's start with the pictures of these two. There's documents. Metro once had a machine gunner tattoo, now disguised as a... The Metra is the bodyguard to the left at the fun fair. Correct. Okay, so I can assume that this one's correct. This is the guy on the right. And then let me confirm the name here. Ramon. Okay, so Ramon Torres. So the last names will also be the same. And they are also dead in Puerto del Alba. That's their last known location. Yeah. Okay, so these are all correct. So it must be, the error must be somewhere here. I think it's the first name. Dr. Schmidt to complete my ornectomy. Did we find a Schmidt a Schroeder? And I think ornectomy was mentioned. Hold on. We did. Ornectomy was the procedure that Dr. Mueller got a prize for. Flip squad photo. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think any of these other cases would have any information. This is all separate stuff. I don't remember another Schroeder person. Schroeder. Let's confirm the picture here. In the Hotel Azul conversation for physical details. The lighthouse shows some divested items. He is the man at the back of the fun fair in hat and glasses. Okay, that's confirmed. And then, based on the schedule, the ferry schedule, the weather in town seems to show sun after some rain. Nico Schroeder is located in Playa Bruma. Where does Nico come from then? I guess it kind of gave away the answer a little bit there. Review a transcript from an old case about dentists. Diego's transcript mentions a fellow patient. Diego's... Oh, I need to look at a transcript. Ah. Oh, I see. So it is Nico. So he did... Oh. So he did arrive at the hotel first. And then he... Okay, then that adds up because he shot all those things first. And then I guess his brother just happened to come by the day after. That's interesting. But yeah, let me go read that transcript. Oh, I didn't click through this one. I see. Diego. Dr. Schmidt, fellow ornectomy. Where? He says... Oh, well, here we go. Ah, me? No, but Nico, a charming fellow patient visiting from Paraguay, spoke highly of the same procedure he had with Dr. Schmidt last January. That's the thing I was missing. Okay, so I was looking too much into evidence. I should be also looking at transcripts as well. Interesting. So it is Nico then. Okay, let's do this. This final write-up's going to be there's going to be a lot of wacky stuff happening here. Okay, I have identified the hyena as well as Cuchilla and Metra, or Cuchillo. There's a typo there again. Cuchillo is Luis Delgado, and Metra is Ramon Torres. They are both members of the Lazarosa decried mercenaries and were working as enforcers for the Paraguayan government. They are both dead in Puerto Alba. Oh, the other man dead there is Cyril Lampley, an actor. He was hired by Pentalasur Productions, apparently for an experimental film. In reality, he was hired as he was a dead ringer for the hyena. The hyena arrived at his hotel a day before Lampley, who was staying opposite. On the day of the murder, he... Oh, the sign, because... Okay, that makes more sense. He swapped the room numbers so that Cuchillo and Metra picked up the wrong man. That's how they did it. Okay. They then circulated around town with Lampley playing his role until they were all executed by the hyena. The hyena then fled to Playa Bruma. He can be identified through his choice of... Oh, I can't seem to select this one. This thing's in... Hold on. I'm gonna move this out of the way. His choice of dentist on Alex Schmidt and goes by Nico Schroeder. Could I have just looked up Cyril Lampley? Maybe I missed something here. Cyril Lampley. Yeah, I don't remember Lampley being mentioned. I know Cyril was definitely mentioned, but Lampley, I don't remember that being mentioned anywhere. Okay, so basically it was just a coincidence, I guess. They weren't actually brothers. They just looked very, very similar to each other. Huh. Weird. Okay. Good boy. Okay, so now... Yeah. I guess I'll sleep on it. And I think that'll be the end of today's stream. We'll do chapter 6 tomorrow. Oh. The Silent Partner. I wonder if I'm trying to debate whether I could try to do this chapter, but no, I think I'm gonna savor this game a little bit more. So I think, yeah, we'll do chapter 6 and 7 tomorrow. It's because this one's, as if there's 3 people, it's probably gonna take a while to get through it. So yeah, let's call it there. But yeah, I'll be streaming the Ratline again tomorrow. So chapters 6 and probably 7. And then next week I'll schedule probably the finale of the Ratline. Probably 8 or... Sounds like there's like 8 or 9 chapters here, so we'll finish it off then. But yeah, this game's yep, it's... I will say it's probably not as sophisticated as the Root Trees. It's a lot more... It's case by case. So there's at least a bit of, at the very least, there's a bit of variety of looking through different cases. The whole looking back, I guess, there's been some weird, I guess, leaps in logic, I will say. Like, but they're very, I think they're very minor. I think once you sort of like, you know, get it, then it sort of just falls into place. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. It's a good, you can definitely see the inspiration from The Root Trees Are Dead. But yeah. So anyway, yep, tomorrow I'll be streaming this again. And then on Thursday, we'll go back to Esoteric Ebb. And then on Friday, I'll be doing the finale for the Seance of Blake Manor. So lots of thinking, lots of brain-melting games this week. But yeah. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to join, follow me on Blue Sky or join my Discord if you want notifications on when I'll be live again. I think I did put up my schedule already for this week on Blue Sky. And yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.